Thank you, Dave. Good morning, everyone. About 4 degrees right now at the airport. Calgary-Hayes MLA Rick McIver is now the one and only official PC leadership candidate still in the race. Former Municipal Affairs Minister Ken Hughes bowing out just this morning. Hughes tweeting a little earlier today. After listening to many Albertans, it became clear that there was a growing consensus that Jim Prentice is the leader Alberta needs now. For those reasons, I have made a decision that I will not be a candidate for the leadership of the Progressive Conservative Party. Look forward to working side by side with Jim Prentice to rebuild our party and to invite Albertans to work with us. We were expecting a decision from Justice Minister Jonathan Dennis, but he announced via social media last night that he too is not joining the race at all. In fact, he is throwing his weight as well behind Jim Prentice, tweeting, "I will be supporting Jim Prentice as the next PC leader and premier of Alberta." The thing is, Jim Prentice, the former federal cabinet minister and popular Calgary MP, has not even announced he's in the race yet. Sources within Prentice's campaign, though, have said he will run for the leadership of the Alberta Tories. It just hasn't officially been announced yet. Nominations, by the way, open Thursday this week. A new leader and ultimately new premier will be chosen in September. It's now 8:06. For the second time in 48 hours, police in Alberta are involved in a deadly gunfight. The most recent last night in the city of Edmonton. A man is dead and a police officer is injured this morning after an exchange of bullets in the community of Riverbend. That's on Edmonton's west side. Police say officers were trying to execute a search warrant at around 8:30 last night when shots rang out. The suspect is dead. An 8-year vet of the police service is in hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
It's happening all too frequently, I can tell you, and obviously, you know, we've had a situation in St. Paul, in a rural area, and now in the city this evening. Different locations, different circumstances, but law enforcement is a dangerous profession. It's difficult, and you can never be too prepared for circumstances like these.
2.5 hours northeast of Edmonton, the community of St. Paul, Alberta, still in shock after a gun battle there left a man dead and 3 RCMP officers hurt. At the same time, just a few blocks away, a priest was murdered. This all went down on Friday night. 32-year-old Father Gilbert Dasna died after he was found lying inside the doorway of the church's rectory. He was murdered, shot in the chest. A short while later, a pickup rammed a police vehicle in the town, the collision seriously injuring an RCMP officer. 2 other Mounties were wounded in a shootout, the gunfire ending with a suspect in the pickup truck dead. What we still do not know is if the murder of Father Dasna is related to the gunfight a couple of blocks away. Police do say there was no evidence to suggest the killing of the priest is a random attack. Via Rail has a new CEO this morning, a little more than a week after Foreign Affairs Minister John Baird called for new leadership at the top of the Crown Corporation. Yves Desjardins Siciliano is now in the top position. He takes over from Steve Del Bosco. Del Bosco doing the job on an interim basis since the start of this year. Desjardins Siciliano will be the CEO for a 5-year term after serving as Via's chief corporate and legal officer since 2010. The appointment comes after Baird went public saying he's lost confidence in Del Bosco. You may recall a Via Rail train crash just outside of Ottawa last year killed 6 people at a level road crossing. Signal malfunctions at several Ottawa level crossings continue to frustrate Via Rail users.